This video chart presentation of Lake Shore Gold. Lake Shore trades on the Toronto Stock Exchange under ticker LSG. It's a 3-month chart. If we scale back further, you'd see back in June the stock had a big dip. This has actually been a steady recovery since. It went as low as like 16 cents in June. You see bounced all the way back up to over 60 cents here in August. Certainly has slipped back, given back part of those gains. But a real strong support level here at 35 cents was found. And since then, just gradually making higher highs and higher lows. And with that, I want to pay attention to this chart, see if it's going to roll off this short-term trend line, and at least move back up and meet the upper side of this channel, which will put the stock somewhere up around 50 cents in the position for a potential breakout. And the MACD is just trending right around zero, not getting anything special in that sense, but it is notable the type of upward channel that MACD is making, and right now it's right on that lower trend line right at zero, which is a pretty important part that we'll look forward to roll back upward and further strengthen that upward trend. Slow stows back down low, back near what's considered oversold territory, starting to flatten now. It's pretty much to be expected. Stocks come off the highs, momentum's come back out of the play. All we can look for there is a rotation back upward, break back through 50, show that the momentum is coming back into the play. The money flow index, see how it's been rising with the stock price? Basically holding over top of 50 for all of November, and even going back into part of October. Just one little dip right through here. Not that big of a deal. In a pretty nice position, showing that people are steadily paying higher prices for the stock. The RSI 14 pinned right at 50. That's pretty much a key point of, let's say, neutrality, where the bulls and bears are fighting to take control of momentum. And again, it's just kind of at that critical point where you pay attention to it to see if the bulls are going to take charge and see if it's going to push back through 50 and up near 70 to show a much stronger momentum in the play. Now I first want to go ahead and note this upward channel. You can see right through that area, it's exactly what's going on. That's why this chart caught my eye. In any deep pullback, that 35-cent mark is going to be the bottom support that I'm going to be looking at to hold. Now it's actually a little further down than I'd like to see, given the stock price closed at 41.5 cents on Wednesday. But in this case, that's the best static support there is, so it's going to be pretty important if the stock does dip back down to that level. I could say that there's a little bit more in here through 40 cents. See, historically, that was an area of support and some resistance, and that happens to tie right in with the trend line. So that'd be a good place to first pay attention to it if some selling pressure starts to come in and it wants to break below that level, to see how the stock reacts, if it can take on some buying pressure by the end of the day, pull back up over top of that sort of thing, to give hints it's not even going to try and come back down and test 35. Now on the resistance side of things, again, it's primarily that dynamic resistance, but I would say that there's going to be a point right there around 45 cents. That will be its first test of some static resistance, simply because that was a support level back in August. And in October, it was definitely fighting a little bit of resistance through there, and even found that to be a pretty tough spot here this month. Now, it's not even 10% away from closing prices, but what I'd be paying attention to is to see if there's going to be an increase in volume over the 303,000 shares that were traded on Wednesday. That was actually a relatively low day. I'd like to see a volume increase come in to take that point out, and if it does, I think the odds of it trying to blow through the top side of that channel are really increased. Now, Thursday's a holiday in the U.S., Friday's a half day. Even though this is a Canadian stock, there's a good chance that we're going to see lower volumes heading into the weekend. So this might be just as much one to pay attention to for increases in volume come the start of the new week. If it does break through that level, there's not much more resistance in sight until these old highs, up around 60 cents or so, which is obviously a very nice upside from closing prices, and is just one more reason to keep this chart on radar to see if this pattern is going to continue or not. Those are the type of things that I'll be looking for in the Lake Shore Gold chart. But as always, merely my interpretation. I'm not a financial consultant. Strongly encourage you to do your own proper due diligence. Consult with a qualified financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. Please visit the allpenny.com website to view the full disclaimer disclosure, and do not base any investment decisions upon any material found on the website and/or this video chart. No person employed by All Penny Stocks is a registered investment advisor or licensed broker dealer. Thank you for watching. Trade smart.